Hi there, and welcome to the Innovative Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Isolde Trachtenberg. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, this is a car episode of the podcast because my studio is still deep in a construction zone. But of course, because this is a car episode, you're going to get to hear cars coming by. There's a guy using a jackhammer just a few feet away from where I parked my car this morning, and planes are flying overhead. So there you have it. It's real, it's true, it's authentic, and hopefully it won't be too loud for you. Okay, so let's talk about creativity. The thing that I want to most talk to you about is that you know how I feel about innovation and creativity. Innovation is solving problems kindly and creatively. The creativity means that you're thinking of new ways to solve problems, and the kindness means that you have realized that there's a problem to begin with and care enough to want to do something about it. So when I talk about innovation, I'm always talking about creativity, and I'm talking about kindness, sympathy, empathy, and care. Simply caring about what someone else is going through and trying to help them deal with whatever it is they're going through. So when we're talking about creativity, we're talking about a mindset and also an action set. It's not just in your mind. Being creative in your mind is wonderful. It's not as fulfilling and practical unless you're doing something about it, right? If you're doing something creative, if you're doing something about the idea that you had, then by gum, we're in the right place. If you're just thinking creatively, that's lovely. And if what you want to do is eventually change the world, you're going to have to put boots on the ground and you're going to have to do something about it. To that end, I want to talk to you about the artist's way. Now, first of all, you know that I'm writing a book on how to unleash your inner creative. It's not going to be just about writing. It's going to be about whatever creativity you might want to unleash, that creative mindset, that creative spark that we all have, but don't often do something about. Well, before that book comes out, I am going to be doing something special with a number of my cohorts from the New York City Vegan Writers Group that I've founded. We are going to be going through Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way starting the beginning of January. If you would like to join us on that journey, grab the book. You can get it on Amazon or at your local bookstore, or it's available in libraries, and it's been translated into umpteen languages, so you should be able to get hold of a copy of the book. I wish that I could just give copies of the book to everybody, but unfortunately, that's prohibitively expensive. So grab a copy of the book, and starting the very beginning of January 3rd, I believe, is our first recording session, we are going to be going through the book weekly. We're going to be looking at each week in the book is its own creative set of exercises, if you will, and Julia Cameron calls the book a book about creative recovery. So it's a 12-step program, kind of like a 12-step program if you were doing Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous or Overeaters Anonymous or one of the other 12-step groups. Only for this, it's about creative recovery. So starting the beginning of January, we're going to be going through the book weekly and doing the exercises, and then meeting on the Monday after we do those exercises to record an episode for you to be released on that Tuesday. This is complicated. Let me just put it this way. Every Tuesday, starting the beginning of January of 2022, you can come and you can listen to our process of going through The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And if you want to do it yourself too and go through the process as we go through the process, please join us. I would love it if you would, in fact, tweet me at Isolde T and let me know that this is something you're going to do. If you want to take part, I will be calling out for people to give us feedback and comments of your own process of what you go through to do this. So I would love it if you would join us, and that'll be starting in January. I'm going to put something about it in the blog, but I just wanted to let you know about that. In the meantime, on this Tuesday, Creativity Tuesday, I want to talk to you about sparking little itty-bitty creative juices in yourself today, now. What can you do? I've talked about this before. Your doodle, your ability to take pen to paper is one of the best things that you can do. If you have any kind of tablet, download an art set app. And I love Artset. That's my favorite app. Other people, and you can get it for free, I believe. Other people use Procreate, I think, and that's lovely. I'm not a person who uses Procreate, but I know people do. But any kind of doodling where you're going to be using your imagination and color and line and shape is going to unleash that creative process, even a little bit. Even it doesn't have to be huge, just a little creativity first thing in the morning is amazing. So download a doodle program of any kind, and free is fine. As long as you can have different size brushes and different colors, you are good to go. You can download it, and first thing in the morning, do a doodle. And you might be surprised at what forms your doodles take. It's a way of just getting yourself really open to that notion of creating first thing in the morning. I meditate first thing in the morning, but then right after that, I do my daily doodle. And maybe what I'll start doing is I'll start putting the doodle up on my Instagram page. Why not? And if you do daily doodles, I'd love, maybe we'll do a little hashtag daily doodle with Isolde or something. Because I think it's a good idea to just put more art out into the world. It doesn't have to be a Rembrandt or a Picasso or a Dali or an Evelyn de Morgan. It doesn't have to be any of those. It can just be something that you choose to do. So I'm going to encourage you to download an app, and I'm going to put the links to some of the apps in the show notes that the apps that I've used, like Paper, like Artset. I think Paper is available for free for both the Android and the iPhone. Again, it does not have to be a huge art piece that you do. It has to be something that allows you the opportunity to see color and light and line and shape first thing. It'll wake up that part of your brain. I promise you're going to see things differently if you've first spent a little bit of time making shapes with colors and lines very, very first thing in the morning. Even before meditating. Maybe that's what I'll try to do for the next few weeks. I'm going to try and do a doodle on the iPhone first thing before I even meditate. Before I reach for my little Brain FM app and put my little earbuds in, I'm going to do a little doodle. Yeah, Daily Doodles with Isolde T is going to be the hashtag Daily Doodles with Isolde T. And we're going to do it. We're going to do a daily doodle from now on, and we'll see how it goes. If you do this, please use the hashtag. I think it would be something very interesting to see what we do. It doesn't have to take long. Don't take more than even 30 seconds or a minute to make the doodle. It'll just spark that creative part of your brain. And that's what we want to do as early as possible every day. All right, that's great. I'm so glad that we're going to do this. I hope that you join me. You can either tweet me with that hashtag, or if you decide to post it on Instagram, I'm at Isolde T, but Daily Doodles with Isolde T. I know it's a long hashtag, but why not? Hashtag Daily Doodles with Isolde T. And I'm going to put that hashtag in the show notes too for this. Please do me a favor and hashtag it, tag me, so that we can all see each other's wonderful, quick, creative doodles first thing in the morning. I used to do, back in 2010 to 2011, I did a daily story from a word prompt every day for a year. I did a daily story. And the cool thing about it is that I got a prompt word and then I spent only a minute writing it. I didn't do a long story, even 10 minutes. It was 1 minute long, and I wrote a story every day. And from those stories, I ended up writing scripts, and from those scripts, we ended up making what we called 1-minute movies. They were a lot of fun. We had a great time making them, and I'm going to do the same thing with Daily Doodles. Maybe I'll do a year's worth and see what that does to my skill set, but also just to being in that creative, innovative mindset. Oh, right. I'm super excited about this. I hope that you want to do this. And if you do, again, use that hashtag Daily Doodles with Isolde T, and show me your daily doodles. Until next time, this is Isolde Trachtenberg reminding you that to innovate, you're going to need to be bold, be creative, and be kind. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the podcast if you're new, and it would mean the world to me if you told a friend about it. Today's episode was produced by Isolde Trachtenberg and is copyright 2021. As always, please remember this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Past performance does not guarantee future results, although we can always hope. Until next time, remember to be bold, be creative, and most of all, be kind.